We're not used to getting that at all. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you guys are having a great time. Are you having a great time? All right. Well, we're going to see if we can make it even better for you right now, okay? Later on tonight, we'll have the Hockey Operations Department up here, the President of Hockey Operations, John Davidson, the General Manager, Jarmo Kekalainen, and our head coach, John Tortorella. That's coming up, but first we're going to do something really fun right now. How many people have watched Hollywood Game Night on TV?
Oh, nice.
Quite a bit. Okay, if you didn't put your hand up and if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. It's not a big deal because you're going to learn a lot about a lot of people, more than you ever wanted to know before you walk out of here tonight. I can almost guarantee you. We are going to do our version of Hollywood Game Night. Ladies and gentlemen, we present CBJ Game Night.
All right, we have 4 teams of CBJ players competing in a game show style games. Each team started with a captain. Scott Hartnell, Boone Jenner, okay, Brandon Dubinsky, and Nick Foligno, your captain. The team captains were asked to draft 2 players each to their teams. Let's take a look.
I'm trying to think of who's smart in their team stuff. All right, I got my first pick.
Ooh. That was mine.
I know, that's why I did it. Your boyfriend.
No. Dalton Prout, first overall pick.
Dalton Prout, first overall pick. He's really good at these dumb games. He's got a wealth of useless knowledge. Oh yeah, that's actually good. Played board games with him. He's really intense. Team Jenner.
Matt Calvert. Both one of the newer Jackets.
Gosh
darn it. MF Jones.
MF Jones. Solid choice. It's a real solid choice.
Oops. Can't spell.
Doobie's already. Oh, okay. Nice.
Not sure
I wouldn't pick
right.
Alex Weinberg. No, he'll be really good.
We
Well,
went
he's
with
smart.
the caps and then the lowercase.
Yeah, that's smart. Did it all. Okay, go Team Jenner. He can't. Yeah.
I don't want to mess it up.
That's awesome. Can't even smell our own teammates' names. His original line mates, the original 3.
The original trio.
The original trio.
Had to go with the guys that know me and know pop culture, bro. I heard Wild Bill's really good at this stuff.
I was thinking of Tootsie Cat. He's old, he's wise beyond his years. Yeah, I just want to hear him speak. I'm gonna go with my neighbor. Teuton. Go team.
There we are.
Great picks, boys.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck, sir.
Good.
Good luck, sir. Good luck, sir.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck,
Good luck,
everybody. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good sportsmanship right off the bat there by those guys.
That could be the nicest they are to each other during this entire experience. Who knows?
Yeah, we just saw them out back. You guys ready to get them out here? All right, now that we know our teams, let's get them out here. From Team Hartnell, Scott Hartnell, Brandon Sod, and Alex Wenberg. From Team Jenner, Boone Jenner, Seth Jones, and Cody Golubov. From Team Dubinsky, Brandon Dubinsky, Matt Calvert, and Cam Atkinson. And from Team Foligno, Nick Foligno, Dalton Prout, and Feder Tooten. Welcome out here, guys. You guys comfortable? Ready to have some fun? All right, Bob, let's get this going.
All right, now not all of the players are going to be participating in the games tonight. However, they are going to come out here and get front row seats for this. So let's bring them all out. We start with number 7, Jack Johnson. Number 9, Gregory Campbell. Number 18, Remy Mort. Number 23, David Clarkson. Number 25, William Carlson. Number 27, Ryan Murray. Number 30, Curtis McElhaney. Number 58, David Savard. Number 70, Jonas Korpisalo. And number 72, Sergei Bobrovsky. How are the seats, boys? Good? Front row seats to watch these guys wow you for the next however long it takes to get through this, right? All right, we're going to check in with you guys throughout the game, so pay attention and be ready in case we have something we have to ask you. Now, we want to make this more interesting. As you can see, each team has 3 players. We need a 4th player for each team here. It's season ticket holder night, right? Will you please try that again? Season ticket holder night, right? Thank you. All right, we have 4 season ticket holders who are going to join the teams, so let's bring them out here right now. Joining Team Hartnell, Laura Mason. Your night can only get better. Can only get better. You're with Team Hartnell. You're back there. Joining Team Jenner, Andy Devontier. Joining Team Dubinsky, Jeff Becker. And joining Team Foligno, Jennifer Humphrey. It's already a tough night for the ladies so far, huh? Just getting to the stage. All right, now that you're on the stage, we're just about ready to go. But there's one more thing. So we have our teams all set, but we want to up the ante just a little bit because this is a competition, is it not? I mean, everybody on this stage wants to win. Well, the season ticket holder on the winning team at the end of the night is going to walk away with $1,000 this evening.
Stakes
no pressure.
are high.
No pressure.
Go, Laura. We hear some, fan favorite. All right, this is how it works. The 2 teams on the couches, Team Dubinsky and Team Jenner, will compete in the first game against each other, head-to-head. It's pretty good already, huh? The winner of that game will move on to the final round. Then Team Hartnell and Team Foligno will compete. The winner of that will move on to the final round. Before the final round, we'll have a consolation round to determine 3rd place. The final round will decide tonight's champion and the $1,000 winner. All right, teams, you guys ready? Ready. Fans, are you ready? All right. The first game is called Lend Me a Hand. We all know the classic game charades. Well, we put a little twist on it. Each team is going to choose 2 teammates to come up and act out what is written on the cards. One teammate will provide the body, and the other will provide the arms.
Why are you looking at me like that? We should show them how to do it, right?
Okay. The person providing the body must keep their arms behind their back. Nice work, Bob. And the person providing the arms must stay behind the person in front and can't peek around to give clues. Like that. Nice work, Bob.
Thanks, Joe. They worked
you
on
got
that all day.
really short arms, though.
Yeah. You have really long arms, and that's why I'm not,
good.
getting in there on that.
Choose wisely, I think.
All right. You'll have 90 seconds to get as many correct answers as possible. The category is jobs. You guys got this? Jobs and activities.
Jobs and what? Activities?
Jobs and activities. Team Jenner, you're up first. We need 2 people from your team to come up here.
Are you guessing or playing? You guys can guess.
All right.
He's going to pick himself.
All right, we got Cody Goluba
Pick himself.
and Boone Jenner. Oh, you got the arms. You guys are right in position. You guys look really comfortable, actually.
Those ones are.
Wait.
No, I'm supposed to be
Come
the
on. Go back to that one.
Oh, we got all right. No cheating. 90 seconds on the clock. You guys ready? You guys ready to guess?
I guess.
Watch those cards. Holy.
Go.
Square. Tightrope.
Oh my God.
Pulp. Tug of war.
You can pass.
Jobs.
I don't know.
Director. Choir director. Orchestra director.
Orchestra.
Director.
Direct. Yeah.
Pass.
Orchestra.
Stylist.
Stylist.
Haircut.
Haircut.
Hairdresser.
Hairdresser. Yeah. Oh my God.
Barber.
Correct.
A dentist.
Correct.
Diver.
Scuba diver.
Got it. Correct.
Guitar player.
Guitar player.
Correct. Are you on a roll?
Rowboat.
Canoeist.
You got it. Correct.
Video game player. What?
Got it. Gamer. Correct.
What the?
Massage
Massage
Zeus,
therapist.
correct.
Dancer.
Dancer.
Cheerleader.
Got it. Correct.
Boxer.
Boxer.
Correct.
Skier.
Correct.
Take over.
Basketball player.
Correct.
I can't even guess.
Jockey.
Correct.
Swimmer.
Correct.
I said it first.
10 seconds.
Doctor. Surgeon.
Surgeon.
Correct.
Goodness.
Bartender.
Correct. We're going to run out of cards.
Quarterback.
Correct. Well done, Team Jenner. Wow.
You know, for as slow as they started, who would have guessed they would get 17 for crying out loud?
Now they need 18.
Who's more out of breath? Big workout for Cody tonight. All right, Team Jenner has 17. Team Dubinsky, it's your turn. Send 2 people up here.
These things live? All right.
Here's the shocker, these 2 guys working together. All right,
I'm going to be tickling them.
you have to get 18 to win.
18 to win, all right.
18 to win, and you have 90 seconds. All right? So set the clock, and let's go.
DJ.
Correct.
Tennis player.
Correct.
Fisherman.
Correct.
Goalie.
Correct.
Football player. Quarterback. Baseball player. Pitcher.
Correct.
Roper. Or a cowboy.
Correct.
Ballerina.
Correct.
Writer. Pass. Lumberjack.
Correct.
Waiter.
Correct. 23 seconds, guys.
Operator. Pass. Note taker.
5 seconds.
I have no idea. What was that one?
Jesus.
That was a
Look at all
traffic
the
cop.
easy ones.
That was
Writing
hard.
a ticket.
Good work, bro.
A traffic officer?
Traffic cop, yeah. He was writing tickets.
Traffic cop.
Yes, he was writing tickets. All right, so there's your final score. Team Jenner, 17. Team Dubinsky with 9. So Team Jenner, you're moving to the final round, and Team Dubinsky, you're going to the consolation round here tonight. There seems to be, is there a lot of disagreement here? Let's go. A lot of easy ones. Was it bad clues or bad guessing, Doobie?
The clues were tough. I thought they had the much easier clues to start out with.
Yeah, I'd agree. What did you think?
I thought we were the best.
Well, Cam, you did a heck of a try there.
My
Trying,
heart's racing.
trying just to keep your feet on the ground. It's amazing you could lift him up as many times in one round.
I'm going to have a shoulder injury.
All right, Jody, where are you? Down there by the
I'm
couches.
over here. We got Jack Johnson and Gregory Campbell. They look pretty impressed to me, actually. What do you think of that effort of Boone Jenner's team?
I was pretty impressed once they got on a roll there. I think they're going to be tough to beat.
How about Atkinson there with him and Dubinsky? What do you think of that, Gregory? Team Dubinsky.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Doobie got barely any answers.
But what an effort by Calvert and Atkinson, huh?
Yeah, they did their part, for sure.
He doesn't look impressed with you. Doobie's mad. This isn't good. Hey, William, how you doing?
What's up?
What's up? What do you think of that first charades show?
It was good. It was entertaining.
You ready? Are you ready for the next one? Can we get you anything? You need a water? Or?
I'm pretty comfy right here, so I'm good.
All right, you got good seats. You'll be ready for this. We got the trucker hats out, Bob.
Yeah, the high-quality hats. You ready? All right, here we go. Our next game has Team Hartnell playing against Team Foligno. Now, this game is called Heads Up. So for this game, each team is going to wear one of these very stylish, very expensive, you can't get these just anywhere hats, okay? So each team lines up, starting on the logo. They will line up in a straight line, just like this. Now, each of you are going to have a card on your head that you cannot see. So the person in the front of the line is always the clue giver, and the person behind is always the guesser. So it's simple as this. When I say go, the first person will turn around and give clues to the second person to try to guess what word is on their head. Okay? When they say the correct answer, or if they decide to pass, then the first person immediately goes to the back of the line. Everyone else moves up. That's right. The second person will turn and start to talk to the third person in line to guess what is on their head. We'll continue like this to see how many correct answers each team can get in 90 seconds. All right? Understand? We're all good? All right.
Got it.
In Swedish? Yeah, Team Hartnell, let's have you go first. Line up.
What order should we have?
Those hats look really good on you guys, actually.
Okay. So then
Stylish.
I guess I say what he's wearing.
Yes. You're going to describe the word on his head, and he has to try to guess it. All right? Now, the category is animals. Here's the only thing. You can't use, let's just say that
Can you speak?
the answer is, you have to speak.
Yeah.
But if the answer is goldfish, you can't use fish as part of the answer, okay? You can't have whatever the answer is, can't be part of your clue. All right? Understand?
Yep.
We good? We have 90 seconds on the clock, please. And go.
Not a crocodile, but a
Alligator.
Correct.
You got stripes on it, black and white.
Zebra.
Correct.
Oh, boy. It's slow. It's little.
Turtle.
No, it's even smaller. It's
Snail.
Pretty close. Another word for that.
Worm.
Not a
earthworm.
snail, but
Oyster.
keep going. Start. Can I say what it starts with? Can you pass?
Yeah.
All right, I'll pass it. Sorry.
Darn it.
Sorry, but
It is pink and goes in the water and it got a long neck.
dolphin.
No, pink, really pink, bright pink. When you turn 40, you get lots of these on your lawn. Cardboard. Maybe that's in Canada.
I have no idea. Pass.
Pass.
Eight-legged
Spider?
Hairy spider.
Tarantella? I don't
Yes.
know. No.
Correct.
It's a big snake.
Anaconda.
Correct.
Wow.
Big, has tusks. It's from the water.
A whale?
Fat.
Seal?
Not a whale, but
Killer whale? Orca?
starts with a W as well.
10 seconds.
Oh my God, pass.
It's in the desert. It's got a tail that goes like this, and it'll kill you with its
Scorpion.
poison. Boom.
Correct. Time's up.
What's the first one?
Team Hartnell got 5 correct. Team Foligno, come up and don your hats. Nice work, guys. Couple tricky ones in there. Sloth.
You start.
All right. Shorty's in the front.
All right, you guys have to beat 5 correct answers.
We can do it.
You ready?
We can do it. We can do it.
Sound confident? I like
I'm
it.
confident.
I like the hat on you.
Thank you. My
Well,
fetching
that
shot.
hat
got
too,
2.
anybody.
Thank you.
Trucker.
Roro.
Sounds like a good one, Powder.
Ready? 90 seconds on the clock, and let's go.
What are we doing? What's the
All
animal?
right.
Sorry,
It
what's
chews on wood and makes in a river. It makes a dam in the river.
Beaver.
Yep.
Correct.
Holy.
A very small dog. It's cute.
Chihuahua?
No, close. It's curly hair. Yeah, you got
Poodle,
it.
correct.
Yeah! Tootsie!
Yeah.
Bird.
Parrot.
You playing golf there?
You're playing golf there?
Yeah.
A double eagle. Eagle.
All right.
Oh boy. Big eggs. They don't fly.
Ostrich.
Yeah, my girl.
Booyah! All right. These things like to flitter and flip about.
Butterfly.
Correct. Yes.
Ribbit.
We're in to win it.
Frog? Yeah.
That's it. They got it. That's 6.
Let's just keep going. We're having a
Keep going.
blast.
Keep going.
Big fish in the ocean.
Whale.
No. Fish. In,
Oh, dolphin.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice help from the crowd.
Goes bah.
Sheep.
Yes.
All right. It is in the wild. Oh.
Coyote.
Related, but different.
Wolf.
Correct. I got 2.
Oh. It's the fastest
We're not
land
gonna
animal.
probably get to it.
Cheetah. Yeah. Sushi.
Tuna. Salmon.
Sushi, nice job.
Eel.
Nice job.
Nice.
That's 10 correct for Team Foligno. Congratulations. You guys are going to the final round against Team Jenner. And Team Hartnell, you're going to play against Dubinsky in the consolation round.
All I know is, first of all, Nick, you did a great job of drafting, and then what an unexpected free agent, right? Free agent pickup by you.
Thank you.
Well, that was pretty good. You guys enjoy that?
Way to go, Jennifer.
Sergey, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you tonight. What'd you think of your fellow countryman there, Feder Tootin? What'd you think of his performance in that game?
I think he was great. He worked hard and he gave us a good effort.
Worked hard, went into the corners, did all the things he had to do, right? Yeah. Jonas, how about this? Is this what you expected the NHL to be? You come up, sit in the couch, and watch your teammates in a game show?
Not really. Not really.
Not too bad, though, right?
I feel really comfortable here, so.
Who are you most impressed with so far tonight?
Toots.
Toots! Toots is getting a lot of votes. They liked your performance, Feder. Why surprise? Oh, no, I'm asking you. Toots has been your partner on the ice tonight. I mean, did you help him out with any of these answers? Did you help him to develop here?
Not really. I think he's doing it on his own.
Yeah? Maybe he could teach you a few things, right? Right. Thanks, David. All right. So it just keeps on going on as we move on to the consolation round here. You guys happy about being in the consolation round? No. Not at all, right? But this is a pretty good matchup. Hartnell-Dubinsky. This is not a bad matchup right here.
Dubinsky looks really sour to me. Do you got anything to say?
No, I'm all set. Thanks.
What's that?
I said, no, I'm all set. Thank you.
Oh, he's bitter. Wow, bitter.
All right, this will be a special one for you guys. Jody, this could be one of the more challenging ones, you think?
Yeah, this one's going to be challenging. This is going to be fun. And this one is for third place. No? Not excited? Or last?
What's your feelings about this team?
I think we're going to do fine. If this is losing, then I'm fine.
If this is losing, then she's fine. How about that?
Oh, next to Alexander Wemberg. You want us to get a picture? You want a picture? You and Alex? No? Okay.
I'm sure plenty of people are taking them. Okay.
I need that too.
All right, as you can see, we have 6 easels set up. Each of these easels is a photo of a Blue Jackets hockey staff member. Ooh, who could it be? We don't know who it is yet. And it's a staff member throughout their life, so different stages of their life. Each team will have to put the photos in chronological order with the least recent over here, least recent over here, and the most recent over here.
He really got better at that from rehearsal today. He really got better.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Bob. Each team will send up one person to move the photos while the teammates stay on the couches and tell them what photos to move. They'll have 90 seconds to move the photos in the correct chronological order. When you think the photos are in the correct order, the person moving the photos must stand right here. So you organize it, then you come up here, and Bob will tell you how many you have correct. If you have them all right, it's over. You're done. Your time is up. But if you only have a few right, you've got to go back and mix them up, and your group can tell you which ones to move.
All right, we've got it?
You guys got it?
Got it. All good? Good, great. All right.
Great.
So Team Hartnell is going to lead things off here. So, Scott, who's going to put it in order for you?
Laura, you want to do it? Or do you want Alex to do it?
You should do it.
You want me to do it? Okay. That wasn't part of the choice.
Nicely played.
All right, Scott, turn around, take a look at the pictures.
Oh,
we have
my goodness.
John Davidson. These 6 pictures. Hold on.
Oh.
Back here, not yet. We have to start the clock, you know. All right, so these are the 6 pictures. You have to put them in chronological order from left to right.
Yep.
Got the 90 seconds and go.
Blues
Then Rangers.
and Rangers.
Which one's
maybe coach?
Yeah.
That's
Coaching?
the last yet.
Now which one?
Oh, yeah, I think there. And
That one goes
maybe coaching.
second to last.
This one's here first, or what?
I'll
which one?
put. Yeah, I think you think coaching there. No.
What do you think, fans?
Good communication.
No. Just try it anyways. Yeah.
The middle ones might need.
You have 4 right.
Switch
Four
the
right,
middle.
So 2 switch. Yeah. Think.
The last 2?
Oh no, you're right. They're right. You had 2 right. You have 4 right now. I can't even do it right. I got worse from rehearsal. All correct.
Yeah.
Nice. 36 seconds left.
Nice work.
Good work.
So Team Dubinsky has to get the next one right. And they've got 36 seconds, so you got to beat that. So we'll get a new set of pictures up here.
That was well done, Scott.
Thank
Good job, guys. You knew JD started in St. Louis?
I knew he finished in New York, so I figured that St. Louis was the first one.
And then you went to broadcasting and then president.
Coaching and then president, El Presidente.
Well done. Good job, guys. Good pick.
Thanks.
Alex is pretty quiet over here, huh?
Just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
He's nervous.
All right, we have a new.
All right, Doobie, who's going to
I guess I'm going.
set him up? You?
Yep.
Captain against captain.
Oh, his father. His dad. Look at this picture. You see this?
Funny how it worked out, isn't it, boys?
Oh, this is a hard one.
54 seconds.
He's gonna
get this in 10 seconds. All right, you got 54 seconds. Ready? Go.
1.
It's got to be 1.
2.
It's a huge. This is a huge match.
2 with the beard.
I'd say this is.
Doobie knows him well. Doobie knows him well.
He's almost smiling in one of these
no.
pictures.
This got to go before
That's
that.
like first coaching. Knows his. That boy Doobs.
Thank you.
Just keep going, bud.
That's great.
Just place him. See how many we get right.
Hurry up. 20 seconds.
You've got 4 correct.
Middle 2? Yeah.
You've got 2 correct. 10 seconds.
Last two. Last two. Hurry.
That's it.
Did I win?
Oh, okay. Second stooge. Last place over there, Hartnell.
Well done.
Did they put, how much time did they put up?
54.
You last place.
Have you seen all these looks, Doobie?
Yep, I've seen them all.
Not many smiles, is there? There's almost a smile there in the middle.
Almost one when he looks like a trophy coach of the year or something there. Almost got one out of him there.
So Team Dubinsky got the win.
They put up.
Why not?
He wasn't in the circle.
Oh, he wasn't in the circle. We got some controversy. You guys want to settle this?
I think we need a coach's challenge.
Think it was a coach's challenge? They're saying that you didn't get to the circle.
All right. So Team Dubinsky is the winner and places 3rd. Now, even though you guys didn't win the $1,000 tonight, okay? That's fine. She's fine. She could just walk away right now. She's good to go. No, you can't do that. It's a game show. And that means we have some lovely parting gifts for you, okay? So bring them up. Each of you are going to get this special jersey that you can have all of your teammates autograph for you and take home tonight. Better than 1,000?
No, they took the time off. They took it down to how much time he did. He did 57 seconds. Yeah. So they had 57 seconds.
Gotcha.
So he could have taken his time.
Go ahead. What's that?
I'm confused. I don't understand.
They started with 90. So they're asking how Dubinsky won. We started with 90 seconds on the clock. And when Hartnell went, it took him, what, 57 seconds? 45 seconds. So he's down to 30.
They had 54 seconds to do it.
So then we started on the clock. He didn't start with 90 seconds. He only started with what with what Hartnell took.
If they were really trying, they would have just waited a long time to go to the middle circle.
No, they won.
Okay.
All right, this is the championship. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yikes.
How about these guys in the middle? How you guys doing down here? You're good, right? You guys want to go on stage? No, you're comfortable? What do you think, Ryan Murray? This is the head-to-head battle. Which team do you like?
I like the Jenner team. I think Golubov's a shark up there.
Do you have an inside scoop on him? Do you know that he's been watching game shows in the past?
I think he has been, yeah.
He does look pretty happy up there, doesn't he? How about you, David? Going with Team Jenner too?
Yeah, I have to.
Really? Why do you have to?
Well, Cody went to college, so I think he's going to pull it out.
Oh, the college card. Anybody for Team Foligno?
David Clarkson, are you going to go with Nick on this one?
I think Booner's team's going to win, but I think Toots might be good in this game.
Could throw him over the top? Rennie, what do you think?
I'll support the captain tonight.
Attaboy.
All right. So the player picks are in. Now let's find out what happens. And our championship matchup. Team Jenner against Team Foligno here tonight. So the final game is not only going to determine the winning team, but which of these season ticket holders walks away with $1,000 in cold, hard cash here this evening. All right.
Yeah, that's good. Let's go.
The game is called Name That Show. Now, it's a twist on the classic game, Name That Tune. But instead of guessing songs, the teams are going to be guessing the names of TV shows. Now, the game's going to be played head-to-head. Each team will send up one player at a time to the buzzers right here, and they will be the clue givers. So what will happen is I will show them a card with their TV show. At that point, somebody will buzz in and say, I can get my team to name that show in X amount of words, whatever it is, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever. If Team Jenner buzzes in and says, I can do it in 3 words, Team Foligno will have the option to do it in less. And then their teams will get the clue, and they come up with one answer. They don't get to shout it out. They've got to come up with one answer, one consensus answer. If that answer is correct, they get the point. If it is incorrect, the other team gets the point. The first team to 6 will be the winner here tonight. Okay? Got it, guys?
Got it.
All right. So the first 2 players on the couch, come on up. Nick and Boone. No, we're just going to go right down the line here.
Okay. Jeez. All right, Bob.
Follow the rules, Nick.
Captains first.
That's no fun.
I'm sorry, you were all settled in. And got to play by the rules here, man. All right. Here is your show. Nick.
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
1. You can't beat 1.
Okay.
Okay. Give it to us.
Zombies.
Walking Dead. Walking Dead.
What is this?
Walking Dead.
Yes.
Walking Dead is correct. Nick gets the point.
Nick Foligno.
A little audience.
Thank you, fans. Thank you,
Nice
fans.
job.
All right. I'm sure Boone's team will agree with this. Try to keep it down. Don't give them the answer. Make them work for it. Make them work for it. Okay, you guys ready? Here's your show. Cody. How many words?
Holy, let's go.
2 words. You do it in less than 2? All right, Cody, you got it.
Yeah, we got time.
There is no time limit on this game, so they're good.
Has to be.
2 words, Cody. You buzzed in very confidently.
You got it, boy.
Yeah, he buzzed right away.
And now you need to.
You forgot
How
the
long
2
does he
words.
get, like a half hour?
David, I think you put all the pressure on him when you know, now look, it's frozen here.
Didn't watch this show. 2. Old.
Well, that's 1. We're getting somewhere.
What was the second word? Old Warriors. Oh my God. I didn't watch this show.
Old Warriors?
Oh boy. A boy winner.
It's a very intense conversation.
He went to college.
Big meeting going on. They're going deep.
What was that?
Thought I heard something out there.
There's no chance.
One try.
I can't even give you one word. No, he's not going to cancel.
No, he's going to text it to him, though.
Old Warriors was a clue, right?
Oh.
Do you know, Nick?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
So guess?
Good. I'm not going to. Vikings. I don't know.
What's that?
Vikings.
Vikings? Well, for the clue you got, that's a really good guess.
Got stuff.
Game of Thrones was the answer.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding? Gets the point.
Way to go,
Nice.
Toots.
Good strategy. Nice strategy, Fetter.
Good job, Fetter.
Old Warriors.
It was nice. Dalton and Seth Jones.
Come on, bro.
All right.
You guys are anything but old warriors, so here we go.
You get 6.
Here's your show.
We got 6 points. We're going to be here for an hour.
Don't everybody buzz in at once. Dalton.
I can do it in 3.
3. Seth, can you beat 3?
No, I can't do 3. So when they mess up.
Throw
Throwback.
It's 2 words.
Is that 2 words though?
That
Throwback?
is 2
Technically
words.
one.
Get thesaurus.
That is 2 words.
English major.
1 word.
It's
Who has
1
the
word. English
dictionary?
major said 1 word.
1 word.
My English major.
No, okay, go.
What's the consensus here?
1
Need
word.
a judgment.
Look at all the fans. 1, 2.
1 word.
We're hockey players. Give us a break.
1 word.
That's 1. Throwback.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Mystery.
The X-Files.
X-Files.
Yeah!
The X-Files.
X-Files. X-Files.
I love throwback.
Let's go. Season ticket holders head to head.
You're up.
Shoot,
Yeah,
my bad.
You're doing great. You're so good.
Listen, it's okay to be proud of yourself to get it right, but you got to come up for your turn, okay?
I was so excited.
All right. Here's your show.
Just ring it.
Just ring it. Yeah. Oh. He beat you on it. How many words?
2.
2 words. Can you do it in 1?
I think I can do it in
Don't
1.
think. Can you do it in 1?
I can do it.
Yeah!
All
Yeah!
right, she can do it in 1.
Steal that
All
back.
right, 1 word.
Okay. Oh my God.
Dwight. Oh, we can't?
Doesn't even help us. Do another word.
No, you can't do another word.
We're not allowed to say character. Point Jenner.
Point Jenner.
Is that, I feel like it's an old show. Is it an old show? Did she say Dwight? Yeah.
Keep it down.
That's what I thought. Okay, we got some time though. These guys took an eternity. Dwight.
Someone say it. Hey.
I feel
Must have been before their time.
You know what? I may or may not have heard the answer. So we'll let it slide. I'm an honest person.
Attaboy, Nick.
All right, so Team General get the point.
Attaboy.
You did hear the answer.
What was that?
The Office was the answer.
I'm sorry. I don't
What
want
a guy.
every show in the world.
Boone, your team's on the board. Down 3-1. First team to 6 wins.
He heard the answer, so he conceded the point. Well
You
done.
already
Nick.
saw it. I saw you.
Ready?
Oh, you got in his way.
I did. I blocked him.
2. No way.
We gamble?
Go for it. Gamble.
We're here to win.
I'm good.
What is it?
All right, Nick says he can do it in 2.
I'm playing first to a certain number.
6.
Girl prison.
Oh. Orange is the new black.
Yeah.
Orange is the new black.
Yeah.
Orange
Say
is
it.
the new black.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's it. Orange is the new black.
Wow.
Steal it, I would say prison.
Team Polino, 4 points. First team to 6 gets the win,
Yeah, that's why I didn't say
and they are on a roll.
You wouldn't be able to do that.
All right, ready, Feder?
Bitches getting stuck.
Here's your show.
buzz first, too.
Cody.
1.
I said, are you ready, Feder?
All right.
Wow.
You're good. You win.
Bart.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Time out. Did you say how many words?
Oh, I guess.
I said 1.
Did he say 1?
Well,
I was too busy picking on you.
more
I said
than
1. You were
He said 1 word.
First, you got in the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm screwing up your whole
Go
game
back
here,
to
right?
Dwight.
Good.
What was the clue?
Bart.
Bart.
How could they not know this?
Yeah. Lock it in.
Simpsons.
Simpsons is right.
Oh, yes.
Say Homer next time.
Nice job.
I like the meeting on that, just to make sure.
Poor
It's all good.
Toots. It's not even from our
Simpsons. Clue was Bart.
4-2. Team Jenner trying to make a comeback. Ready, guys?
Probably.
Seth.
Or Minions.
You don't have to break it.
I can do it. 2 words.
2 words. Dalton, can you do it in 1?
Come on,
You
Dalton.
don't have to.
You
You don't
can
have
do
to.
it.
No.
No, 2 words. Seth, you got it.
No problem.
Old warrior.
Serial killer.
What was it?
Serial killer.
Dexter.
Dexter?
Yeah.
Dexter is correct.
What did they get? Dexter?
Dexter. I couldn't do it.
What was in the
4-3.
Tough. What are you supposed to do there? Maybe don't slam so hard.
It's big, Jonesy.
Break your
You guys
head.
ready?
Yes, sir.
Here it is.
Yeah.
I can do it in 2.
I like her.
Can you do it in one?
No, I can't.
All right, 2 words.
60s advertising.
Oh, Mad Men. Mad Men?
Mad Men is right.
Nice.
Chemistry.
I just shot with Althea.
Nick?
Sorry, guys.
All right.
All right. Victory. Gotta
Boone,
stay
your
alive,
team has
Boone.
to get a point to stay alive. If Nick's team gets a point, they are the winners. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
This is tough.
Have it.
Choose a lot of words.
A lot of words.
A lot of words.
3.
3 words, says Boone.
Yeah, you guys can have that one. Good luck.
All right. You've got to get this correct to win the game.
Play defense. Play defense.
Yeah.
Play defense.
3 words.
I can sit down, right?
Yeah, you can sit down.
Inside the box.
Thinking.
Do this for the OHL. Do this for the OHL.
Land and fun.
Land and fun.
And
does not count. And does not count. And does not count.
Fun.
One more.
I don't have a third.
Give it. You gotta have something. Something.
No, but I
He
gotta
decided to
think of
get
something.
himself down to 2.
That's
No,
like
keep
6 words.
one more. Hey,
You gotta give us one more.
we need another word.
Land
Something.
and fun.
Oh my God. That was amazing. So simple.
If you want to use one more,
Gotta give us one
We
more.
need one.
any word.
We need one more.
Warrior.
Bench. Land and fun and bench.
Did you say Spanish?
Land,
Bench.
bench, fun. Think about those.
Oh,
In that order.
What is it? Order?
In that order.
Fun,
Land,
bench.
fun, and bench. Land.
That's 4 words.
Land, fun, and bench.
This could take a while, Bob.
No, it wasn't bad.
There is a time limit, though, right?
No, not on
No,
this
there's
one.
not. They can meet for as long as they want.
Parks and recreation.
Parks and Recreation, you got it.
Let's go.
Wow.
I wouldn't have been able to explain that.
No way.
That is unbelievable.
Impressive first.
5-4. Again, sudden
what a
death
Hail
vote for you
Mary
guys
that
on Team
was.
Jenner.
That's a tough one.
Come on, Tootsie.
All right, are you ready this time? Here we go.
Oh my.
Well,
Here we go. Cheating.
Come on.
2 words.
Did you even get to see the word?
Try one.
For the win, Toots.
For the win, Toots. Here we go.
thinking.
Can you do it in 1, Feder?
That's not it. Try it in one. I moved it.
You forgot it.
Here. 2.
Go ahead.
All right, Cody.
Oh, now he gets to think? He just hits.
It's 2 words, Bob?
2 words.
Comedy skits.
Comedy skits. Wow.
Saturday Night Live. Key and Peele.
Could be a few. Come on.
Comedy
That
skits.
or Key and Peele, man.
You're good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Skits. It's gotta be Saturday Night. What? It's gotta be that broad for this game.
There's an old show that guy from Cleveland used to do for glasses.
Thinking too much into
Well,
this.
These are all
I
card
said we're
shows.
thinking too much.
I think it's. I think everybody's
Saturday
got
Night
it.
Live, go.
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live. Look at this.
Come on, Jen, we can do this, Jen.
5-5.
Come on.
That means
Win by 2.
no, win by 1.
Win by 1.
This is it. If you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, the other team wins. You guys ready?
Jonesy.
Get in position.
Nice job, Dalton.
2.
Dalton can do it in 2.
Take it at 1. Just try it.
I don't know if I can do it in 1.
You got Parks and Recreation.
I'm so close to you, sorry.
Everything's on the line here, Seth. You can either try, you can gamble and do it in 1, or you can hope that they get it wrong and you get the point and win.
Your team's on a roll.
Oh, yeah, do it.
I can't.
Can you get it in 2?
Yeah.
Well, then you got to do it in 1.
Oh.
Yeah, if you think
All right,
he's
man.
going to win,
So we
if
gotta
you can
try.
get it in 2, you got to go 1, because they'll get it then.
One word.
What's
No?
the character?
1 word.
It's my favorite show. I can't believe I can't get it in 1. Okay. I can't.
Yeah,
get
you
it.
got it. Good score.
I can't.
All right, you giving it to Dalton?
Okay, I'll try it in 1. I'll try it in 1.
He's going for it.
Bring it on.
Okay.
His favorite show.
Is an actor's name 1 word or 2 words?
2 words. We get 2 words?
No, 1. Okay.
Take your time. We got time. Yeah. City, characters. Phrase.
Aniston.
What?
What
Can we
was
hear
the
that
clue?
word one more time?
Aniston.
Aniston?
Yep.
It's gotta be friends. Has to. Lock it in. Friends.
Friends.
What a win for the boys.
That was huge. We'll take the win.
I'd like a rule.
Well.
I'd like a rule clarification.
Congratulations.
Questionable. Questionable.
Team Boone, congratulations. You guys are the champions, and Andy just won $1,000. Thanks for teammates.
Cheers.
All cash, homie.
We also have custom jerseys for you
Cheers.
both.
Cheers
signed by
tonight.
your team. That's a nice little gift. Here it is.
Sweet.
Andy's buying.
I'm buying.
Custom jersey signed by your team. Congratulations, guys. We hope you all had fun up here, fans, and we hope you enjoyed the night. These guys, how about a round of applause for the players? Did autographs, participated in these games. Thank you very much, guys. Good job, David.
Hey, so everybody stay where you are. We've got the hockey operations department coming up. Here in just a moment, John Davidson, John Tortorella, Jarmo Kekalainen are going to be coming up here. They're going to be answering your questions about the team. So hang out here while the players exit. And we'll set this up and get ready to turn it over to those guys. That was fun, huh?
That was great. That was great. The guys got into it, got competitive at the end. And I still think Dubinsky was sour that he lost that first round.
Yeah, he never recovered from that.
Didn't recover.
Never did recover
tough
from
start.
it.
We got a great part of the program coming up right now. Dave Metzold's going to get the mic and talk to John Davidson, Jarmo Kekalainen, John Tortorella. Should be a good little program.
So again, thanks for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. Stay here for this, and you're going to have a good time with it. All right, we're going to turn it over right now From Fox Sports Ohio, here's Dave Metzold.
Thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks, guys. That was fun. And both of you have a future in the game show business, I believe. Yeah, so just move on to that. After your hockey career. Hey, it's great to have everybody here. It's great to be here on a night when we can celebrate Blue Jackets hockey in a lot of different ways. We had a lot of fun tonight, obviously, with the game show, and that was a gas, and it's great to see players in that environment. But you guys are season ticket holders. You are the heart and the soul of this Blue Jackets organization, and I know that a lot of you would like to have some serious opportunity to talk to the guys who are going to make this hockey team a perennial playoff contender as we move forward, right? So we are, in fact, going to have a chance to talk to the three architects of what will happen with Blue Jackets hockey and what is happening with Blue Jackets hockey. We'll do that in just a minute. Before we get to that, though, I want to bring up Kelly Jones, who many of you know. She is the director of season ticket holder services and retention, and also our president of hockey operations, John Davidson. JD and Kelly have a special announcement for our season ticket holders. Hello, Kelly, and welcome to the stage, JD.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Dave.
You guys have something special for these guys.
Absolutely.
As always, as if that wasn't special enough, what we just saw.
Well, I've been talking to the business side quite a bit the last few days about our club and where we're going, and they've asked me to come out and say good evening to everybody. And first of all, thank you very much for coming out to meet with us. We do appreciate it. I call the season ticket holders the lifeblood of the organization. I mean that sincerely, and again, thank you very much. The announcement that I have to make to y'all that I've been told through ownership, through the business side, is good news in that the price increase will not happen there will be zero price increase for season ticket holders if you renew by the 29th of April. And I think that's pretty good news, and I hope you all think the same way. Thanks for coming out.
Yes, thanks, John. We wanted to take this opportunity with all of you dedicated season ticket holders coming out here tonight to let you know that information. You're actually going to be getting an email tomorrow that lets you know some more of the details, but April 29th is our renewal deadline, and if you act now or renew anytime before April 29th, you are going to guarantee that same price that you had this season. So that's really great news. We can't thank you guys enough for your support. You're here night in and night out. You're coming out on a Wednesday. You made that a really fun game show. Like I said, we couldn't do this without you, so we're really excited to extend that offer. In addition, similar to some previous seasons, we are also doing a really exciting renewal sweepstakes. So we wanted to let you know that starting Friday, it's our first prize. On every one of our remaining games this season, both home and away, we're going to be drawing a grand prize. There's over 350 potential winners, lots of chances to win. You have to renew before April 9th to win one of those prizes, but starting this Friday is one of our most special prizes, the team plane trip. We've had an opportunity to do this with the season ticket holders. Incredible. So if you want to win that trip, you need to renew before Friday. In addition, we've got a really exciting event that I hope you guys have heard about. This fall, we're having the USA versus Canada pre-tournament game. Amazing, right? Really cool. Not only did we get to have the All-Star last year, but this year, we get to see some of the world's best hockey players from both the U.S. and the Team Canada. They're going to be playing here, and if you renew your tickets before March 31st, we can guarantee your seats and a special season ticket holder pricing to get access to those games. Yeah, right? We need all of you down here, and we had some special announcements today. John, you might even be able to add who was nominated.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Kelly. That game, by the way, with U.S. and Canada, the pre-tournament game will be here on September 9th. The U.S. club, by the way, is going to stay here in Columbus and have the majority of their training camp right here in this great facility, in this great city. There was some announcements today. Our number one goaltender, Sergei Bobrovsky, is really close to being 110% healthy with his injury, which is great news. He's been selected by the Russian hockey club to play in the World Cup. And some really good news coming from the Columbus Blue Jackets, the North American team. The young squad is going to have Seth Jones, Ryan Murray, and Brandon Saad. And I just have this gut feeling, and that Boone Jenner may be asked to join that club too. They haven't announced all their players at this point. They announced a certain amount today for each team that's going to participate in the tournament. So for us to have three of our young future stars from our club to be already picked for that club, we're ecstatic about it.
Absolutely. So as season ticket holders, again, if you renew by March 31st, you'll get a chance to lock in your seats, get a discounted price up to 20% off of the gate prices, and you'll have an opportunity to purchase more tickets before the general public. We'll offer you guys all an exclusive pre-sale. Last but not least, I wanted to mention, again, we can't thank you guys enough for coming out here tonight. For all of you here and for those that have tuned in from our live stream, your support is everything. So we wanted to make a special offer to you. If you go online either tonight or tomorrow and renew before midnight tomorrow, we're going to offer you a special discount. For every seat on your account, you'll receive $25 in fan bucks to use for next season. So we wanted to make that offer. That's full, half, quarter. You're all included. We wanted to thank you guys for coming out. All you need to do, if you text RENEW to 37664, it's going to send you back a link. You can do two things. If you're here and on your mobile phone, you can click on that link. That link will take you to the renewal website, or actually your account manager, I should say. From there, if you view the full site, you'll be able to renew your invoice. Again, pricing is flat. Or if you go online and do it from home, likewise, you can renew online at home. But as long as you're in before midnight tomorrow, we'll make sure to give you that $25 per seat credit. So again, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Your support means everything. We love seeing you here. You guys really are the best fans in the business. Like, this is phenomenal. So if we can do anything for you, please don't hesitate to let us know. But thank you so much for all your support, and go Jackets.
Thanks, Kelly. JD, you stay here.
Yes, sir.
You're going to have to face some cannon fire here in just a bit. Hope you don't mind.
My pleasure.
Listen, you guys know, I've seen you guys since the chill days at the fairgrounds. You know where I am on this. I'm right there with you. And if I could take you backstage with me for every home game back in the tunnel, you would see me pumping my fist or stomping my foot, depending upon how things go. I'm right there with you. And tonight, we're going to get a chance to ask JD and Jarmo Kekalainen and John Tortorella some questions about this hockey team that I know are on your mind. So let's bring up General Manager Jarmo Kekalainen and the head coach of your Columbus Blue Jackets, John Tortorella. Welcome, guys. Got some questions here. We solicited questions from you season ticket holders and got more than 300 responses via email. We've selected some of those questions as we go through the night tonight. Remember that text, 37664. You can text questions if you hear something that John says or Jarmo says or JD. You can text follow-up questions, and we'll go through those questions as well. I've got my phone with me, so if I'm checking my phone, it's not because I'm disinterested. It's because I'm getting your questions. But let's start tonight with JD with a pretty hard-headed question, frankly, from one of our season ticket holders. Is the plan working? When can we expect to see a consistent playoff team take this ice here at Nationwide Arena?
That's a very fair question, and I think the plan is working. I, like you, was in considerable shock 2 weeks into the season. It's something that was not expected. Kind of hit us right between the eyes, and once you catch your breath and try to think about what happened, and you try to not sit there and realize it's happened, but you start the process of getting over it and fixing it and going forward. And our club, there's no question that early in the season, we had some ability to score goals, but we gave up way, way, way too many. And there was a number of reasons for that, which we as an organization, Jarmo and myself, John hasn't been here as long, but we've been into this for 3.5 years now, and you try to fix things. The original plan, and still is plan, is that one of drafting and developing. Drafting and developing takes time, and I've been through it before with another organization. But we're starting to see some of those fruits, whether you use a player that you've drafted to trade and make a deal for a Brandon Saad, or if you take some of your strength of what you have and you make a trade and bring in Seth Jones, who has an incredible future here with the Blue Jackets. You have to go through that process. We gave up too many goals because of the way we played the game, because of our goaltending, because of our back checking. Yeah, I can't sit here and throw it all on one particular person. I won't do that. It was a conglomeration of negatives that all happened at once. One thing I do know, and people have the right to ask this question, and that was about our defense. When you go through, and I don't call it a rebuild, I call it a build. We're trying to build this club and this organization. When you go through it, and it's now going into 3.5 years, it's hard to do it all at once. And we knew going in that if there was an area of concern, it was with the blue line. Let's be very honest here. And we talked 1,000 times, if we did it once this summer, about trying to bring in maybe a veteran player, a free agent. They wanted long-term contracts. They wanted too much money, and that was going to bite us. We knew we had Ryan Murray coming back. And I'm going to tell you right now, this one's on me. I expected too much from Ryan too early. The kid had missed most of last season, part of the season before, and my expectations were too high too early. But you can see now, just in being picked to that under-23 team, that this kid has found his groove. He's found his game. He respects and has no fear about the knee problem that he had. So things like this, and I'm mentioning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, they're all part of it. I can't, the toughest part I'm having with in my own mind, and I don't mean to ramble here, but this is a very important question, is why we as a club kind of went into shock when we lost those 3 games in 3.5 days to start the season. Winning here late, losing to New York, losing the next night in New York, and a day and a half later playing in the afternoon game in Buffalo. We didn't recover from it, and we made some changes. I can guarantee you one thing regarding off-season training and testing and how the players show up to camp. He's the king at that. The players are going to have a very substantial discussion before we head home for the off-season about how they're going to show up in camp, because if they think they're in shape now, not with John and the way he runs things, and that's how it's got to be. So I've named a number of things. I hope I've kind of answered that in kind of piecemeal. It's a hard one to answer. But and by the way, we'll also at the end of the season, I'm not sure if you know it, but each end of a season you go through what they call exit meetings, and we'll sit down with each single player, every player, and go through their season and what they think happened, and maybe we'll get some good feedback from that too.
Thanks, JD. Jarmo, for you, again, a question from a season ticket holder. Give us an assessment of the current roster. Obviously, trade deadline day has come and gone. Now you look to draft and you look to free agency in July. Assess what you've got and what moves you might make over the offseason.
I think we're very strong in goaltending department. We've seen what Bob can do when he's playing at his best. And now with the emergence of Joonas Korpisalo, there's great competition, which is always good. And internally, when you have that good competition, it pushes everybody to be better. Curtis McElhaney's still here. He's got another year of a contract. So I think we're very strong in the goaltending department. And adding Seth Jones brings a huge part into our defense, into the future. He's just 21 years old. He's got a lot of room for improvement. He's already taken a big role. Him and Murray paired up has played 25 minutes a game for us and even more some nights. And they're having great chemistry together. They're only going to get better. Jack Johnson and Savard has been a very good pair for us, so our top 4 looks really strong. We got a physical presence with Dalton Prout and Federtuden as a pair have played well, and Cody Golubov's become a regular in the NHL this year. So I think our defense is very strong moving forward. We're going to have Zach Werenski hopefully in the near future, who was just selected the best defenseman in the World Junior Championships for under 20-year-old players, and he's going to be a very good NHLer in the near future. I can pretty much guarantee that. So Gabriel Carlson, another first-round pick from last summer, is going to be a very good defenseman in the NHL. Might take a little bit more time, and we have some good prospects in Cleveland as well. And Cleveland Monsters are doing, or Lake Erie Monsters are doing very well. I think currently 12 games over 500, and locked into a playoff spot, and hopefully have a long run there with their D-Corp. So we're very strong there. I think we have some very good talented forwards, as we, as earlier mentioned today, Brandon Saad named to the World Cup team of the Young Stars under 23 years of age. Boone Jenner, we're going to try to make a strong push to get on that team too. They might not listen to me because I work for Team Finland, but I'll try anyways. And we have 4 20-goal scorers this year, most likely. And that's best in the league. So we might not have the 50-goal scorer or the 40-goal scorer. We're going to keep looking for one of those too, by the way, through the drafts and development. We have a lot of good young players that are only going to get better. and there's a lot of room for improvement as far as their offense goes. William Karlsson and Alexander Wenberg this year have shown tremendous growth in their game. They have a lot of room for improvement. We have a lot of guys who have that potential. Matty Calvert can get to 15 goals a year. Scott Hartnell is a consistent 20-goal scorer. I think he's in very good company, having scored 9 seasons in a row, 20-plus goals. I think there's Nash and Ovechkin and somebody else, I can't remember the fourth, that are in his company in the National Hockey League right now. That's a tremendous honor to be in that group. So I think the future looks very good for us. And again, we have an important draft coming up this summer. We have an excellent scouting staff in place, and we're going to keep following our plan, drafting and developing.
If I could just add, Cleveland had a huge win last night, 2-0 at home. They're 31-17, 5-4, and it's a fairly young team. Milano had a great goal last night. Forsberg had 38, I think, in the shutout. So we're and I didn't mention it a minute ago, but we're going to continue with the draft and development attitude. That's how it is in this league today with the salary cap era and things along those lines. That's what we said we'd do when we got here, and we have not deviated from that plan whatsoever.
John, more than 50 games behind the bench now with this team, and you're learning them, I think, game by game. What are the strengths and weaknesses as you see them? What are the needs that are still out there, and what are the surprises as you've seen it to this point?
Well, I'll answer that in when I first came here, there was a little bit of a shock as far as what happened. And I need to say something. Todd Riches is a very, very good coach, and he will get a job again. But that's part of the business as far as what goes on, as far as players and coaches. The biggest thing I saw as I got to know the team over a few weeks was just what we're talking about here. It was a bit of a fragile team in momentum swings in games. If things happened badly, another thing came at you and we couldn't handle it. So then maybe instead of 1 goal being scored against you, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3, and that's happened. I think one of our biggest improvements that we have gone through here in the past few months is just that, being able to handle some adversity within the game, adversity in between games, and just play. For the past 6 or 7 weeks, I really like what I see as far as the mental part of the game with our team, where they have grown there, and where they just keep on playing. We've been down for a stretch there, 3 or 4 games in a row. The opposing team scored the first goal of the game. And you guys know as hockey fans, it's tough to come back. When that team scores that first goal, a high percentage of the game is won by that team. We found ways to win hockey games there. That's encouraging. And that's the biggest thing that this coaching staff, since it has changed a bit with me being here, is working on the mental part of the game. Not the skills, really not the X's and O's. It's the mental part, the mental toughness of the game. And I see our team growing. We have just stayed with it, and really, especially the past month, it's really encouraging to me. And remember, guys, we were banged up, and I give that minor league team and the coaching staff high marks for where they are there. We had a lot of their kids for a long time here with some of the injuries we went through. It's not an excuse. It's part of the game. It gave us a great chance to look at some of those kids and play in the National Hockey League. But then when we started getting healthy, you could see our team start coming together. And so we're, listen, I know where we're at in the standings, and I'm not going to sit here and try to glaze over that. I know where we're at, but we're growing as a team, and we're on the right plane here as far as what we have to do to get in that hunt of trying to get into the playoffs and make this building react to it. So, David, I think I'll answer the question that way, is that really stuck out to me. And now it's so encouraging as far as our mindset and our mental toughness as we keep on growing as a team here.
I remember you, John, saying early on, there's a lot of work to be done. How is that work progressing in your mind?
Yeah, it is, as JD said, with the team and an organizational point of view, it's a process. It's the same thing for a coach and his team. For the players to understand me to understand them, That process is ongoing. And if you asked me this 2.5 months ago, I wouldn't have such a good report. I'm not going to lie. I would not have such a good report because we were still inconsistent. But I am really encouraged as far as our leadership, our mindset, just our attitude as we've gone through here. And I think we've had a hell of a February here. That Ranger game the other night, that's a kick in the teeth a little bit, where I thought we played a really good game. Didn't find a way to get that to overtime. I think we hurt ourselves. Those are the mistakes that were hurting ourselves early in the year. That one popped up on us. That hasn't been, but we're there. We're there, and we just need to compete, and that's the biggest thing. And I really like the attitude of the club.
JD, nobody likes the rebuild word. Nobody likes it. This one's from a season ticket holder. Are we in a rebuild? I have been a patient season ticket holder for a number of years. Why should I renew?
Well, first of all, I can appreciate what a lot of people have gone through because I've done it once myself in the last city I was at. And that took us about 8 years to become what is now a team that should make the playoffs every year there. Won't be as long here. I expected us to be a playoff team this year, frankly, and that's my biggest disappointment. But the idea of a rebuild, no. The idea of a build, yes. And we're seeing the fruits of the build already, in my opinion, whether it be here with, as you mentioned, Carlson and Boone Jenner and Seth Jones and Ryan Murray and Cam Atkinson playing the way he's playing. There's a lot of parts there. Jonas Korpisalo popped. We have 3 or 4 or 5 goalies in the system. I was recently over in Switzerland and saw Elvis Merzlinkens play a couple of games over there. We've got Dansk playing in Sweden. We've got Forsberg, as I mentioned, the shutout last night. Korpisalo, of course, Bob and Mac. And you look for somebody to pop. Well, because of the issues we had and the injuries, Korpisalo had a great opportunity. He took advantage of it and popped, just like that. We're really confident in him as a goaltender, especially at his age. So I think when we assess all these different things, we also have to look down the line and think of Cleveland. You've got Sonny Milano there. He's 19 years old, playing in the American League, which is behind the NHL. It's that and the KHL are the next 2 best leagues in the world. And he's having some success. It's hard to score, but he's having some success. Oliver Bjorkstrand, who was picked in our 3rd round for us, very, very good scorer in junior hockey, big-time scorer in junior hockey, was injured early in the season with fractured ribs. He's now healthy, and he's been terrific. We may take a look at some of these young players down the stretch here, give them a game or 2 as we move along, just to see how they do, so it's not a total shock for them when they come back and have an opportunity down the road to make this hockey club. So, and then we think about the people that we have drafted. The one pops out right at me is Zach Werenski. He's got just a tremendous upside. Jarmo was over in Finland for the World Junior Championships. That is a world-class, great tournament, and Zach was awarded the best defenseman of the entire tournament for all the teams. That's pretty special when you think about it. So, and again, I'm not going to say he's going to step in and be an all-star here. That's not fair to him by any means. But he's a big part of our future. In fact, his club, Michigan's playing here, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, right in here. So we're certainly going to be here and watch them play that game as their season winds down. There's many others that we have drafted that are playing in various leagues around the world. Jarmo suggested something this past summer, and we acted on it. Chris Clark, the former player, takes care of working with the kids and developing the young players we've drafted and signed. It's a big job when you're flying to Sweden and Finland and Russia and all parts of Canada and the U.S., so we decided to add Jarkko Ruutu, another Finnish player that played in our league, who's a very bright hockey guy. He lives over in Finland, so he's now taking care of that part of the job just in Finland, or pardon me, just in Europe. And Chris now can zero in on guys here. So we doubled up on that just to try to get that development going quicker and watch them all and talk to their coaches and hands-on, take them out for dinner, get to know them, ask them what's going on. There's 5, 6, 7 other players I haven't even mentioned. So it's a build. I have to admit that. That's how people are doing it. A lot of people throughout the league, if you study the league, it's draft and development now. And you want people that you draft, you develop, you bring them here, and you want them to be Blue Jackets. You want them to have the blood that runs through their body that's blue. and they're going to grow up with the passion that we need for our organization to play the way we want to play here in our building and develop winners.
Jarmo, your JD mentioned Jonas Korpisalo. His play has been outstanding. Gives you a conundrum to deal with, though. How will you handle goaltending moving forward, knowing you've got these two, and one growing young goaltender and one incumbent who's already won a Vezina trophy?
As I mentioned earlier, the competition's great. I think it's going to push everybody to get better, and it's going to keep everybody honest. So the more the competition, internal competition, the better, and the better the club's going to be for it. So with young prospects, obviously you have to be careful. You want to make sure that they play enough to develop. You're not going to develop by opening the door by the bench there. So we have to make sure that Jonas Korpisalo keeps playing, developing, and playing a lot. And with Sergei Bobrovsky under contract, there's a good chance that healthy Bob's going to play a lot of games.
John, this next one's for you, and it's not a surprise. How do we get more consistent? Have you heard that question at all? We seem to play well against better teams, but poorly against teams that we might be expected to beat.
You know, I don't think there's poor teams in this league. First of all, it is a league that is just so full of parity. No matter what the team's records are, every night you play against a team, it is a battle. You can see the scores. Every game is so close. And I think I touched upon this early. Consistency was a major problem. I thought consistency early on, just practice habits, practice from day to day. I watched our team win a game, and their practice habits the next day wasn't where they should be because I think it was just maybe got a little bit good to them at certain times. You win a big game, and you think you can come to work the next day and just get through it. Huge part of the process, and this is where I respect our guys so much, and where right now they come to work every day, and we do. We call it a work day. They have a ton of time on their own after they're done with us, but when they come to the rink, whether it be a game or practice, it's a full time of it, and they need to be ready. They have really bought into that, and I think that has helped us with our consistency. I will say one thing that really set us straight and started letting us play with confidence is this young kid Korpisalo, as far as how he has stepped in and really your team plays off your goalie. The goaltending position is such an important position in our game as far as winning and losing that your team plays off of him. I watch how our team started reacting to Korpi when he started really getting his game in order, and that was the start of our consistency. That was the start of players not being afraid to make a mistake because it wasn't in the back of your net if you did make that mistake. And I think it went right through the team. We started getting healthy. Being healthy and having some really good goaltending is a recipe to get some consistency within your game. You start winning games, and then you start feeling, going into a game, I hope I win. You start feeling we're going to win. And it goes back to that first part of one of the questions there as far as the mental aspect of the game. I think that has come along, and it's gone from a very inconsistent club in a lot of different ways to a team that has really found itself understanding that word, whether it be a practice day or a game or a adversity within a game. We have grown there. We still have some steps to go, but we have really grown there, and I think that has helped us with the points that we've gotten here of late in the past 5 or 6 weeks.
Jarmo, we're just 2 days off the trade deadline. This question, can you please walk us through the trade process? Do you usually reach out? Does the other team reach out? Who all is involved? And maybe, JD, you can chime in on this one as well. Does ownership have to approve? Does the league have to give final approval?
Well, it's a very unique process. Every trade's unique, obviously, and I try to be in contact with all the general managers in the league regularly. And I get calls from them and we talk, and there's dialogue going on all the time, and I guess it intensifies certain points of the season and nearing the deadline, obviously, but it gets initiated both ways, and we have a great relationship with the ownership. we keep them up to date in what's going on, and if there are big decisions, obviously we keep them informed. And they have great trust in us to do the job and right and independently, but obviously keep them always informed, and the final approval comes from them. But it's been a great environment that way to work in with the Blue Jackets. We, like I said, have great support from the ownership and great working environment.
JD, do you want to take
Yeah, I think that for the fans to understand that we have great ownership here in Columbus with the Blue Jackets, starting with the McConnell family and Brian Ellis with Nationwide, amongst all the others, Mr. Wolf and such. They are really good people who want two things. They want to develop a winning hockey club here in Columbus, and they also want the Blue Jackets to be an important part of the community here and make Columbus a better place to live in. And I can honestly say that our players are very good at that. They do a lot of things with the help of everybody that works, Larry Hefner and the whole group with the organization, Mike Priest. They do a lot of things within the community. The trades are interesting. The Ryan Johansson, Seth Jones trade kind of caught everybody by surprise because basically it was a hockey trade. And you don't see as many as those as you used to. And Jarmo talks to the GMs daily, and it's interesting if Jarmo might call somebody in another city and say, listen, what are you guys looking for? Well, we're looking for this. And Jarmo will say, well, we're looking for this. Do we have a marriage? You may have the idea of a hockey trade, but then you have to look at budgets, you have to look at the cap, you have to look at salaries, the term of salaries, and that's one thing about the deadline. Most of the players that were moved at the trade deadline here had very short contracts, and basically they're called rentals, where with a person with a longer contract, it's a different type of scenario that could possibly happen down the road. So it's different than what it used to be, but Jarmo's in touch with the other general managers, one or two every single day, and they all have thoughts and ideas. And you try to, a lot of times you can sit here and say, should we do this? And then you go, damn, I'd love to, but we better think long term and stay with our plan, because when it clicks in, you're going to see the fruits of what we're trying to do.
Again, if you want to text a question, 37664, and we'll ask to one of our guests up here on the panel. I've got one. Between the three of you, you guys are charged, as I mentioned off the top, with being the architects of this team. John, since you've been here, how comfortable are you going to Jarmo, or Jarmo, how comfortable are you coming to John and working back and forth in terms of what you've got on the ice, what you'd like to have on the ice, what you'd like to see moving forward? Is that a conversation that happens daily, weekly, never? I don't know. How does that work between you two guys?
I'll start with that. For me, it's been fantastic. I'm not going to say it because he's sitting next to me, but it has. It's been fantastic to work with him. And I echo what JD said. The ownership has been so supportive, and working with JD and Mike. And Jarmo and I are more closely working together. The thing I love about, and really it's just the beginning of a relationship, is that if he has something to say to me, good or bad, he's coming to me and saying it to me. It's not going to go through a third party, which happens so often in our game, where people aren't just honest with one another face to face. And I think that's so important in the situation that I am as a head coach and working with my boss, my immediate boss, my general manager. I believe in that. I think sometimes when you're honest, there's some conflict. It's not always, we're not always going to agree. But if you go man to man and you go face to face with it, I think it's a stronger relationship. And I think you solve the problems. As there are problems every day, as you go through a long hockey season, the attitudes, egos, all the business part of it with so many different personnel here. I'm thrilled with it. I hope he says the same thing, but I'll let him answer that. But he has been very straight up with me. I know he's liked some things I've done, and I know he hasn't liked some things I've done, but he has told me. And so then I make the corrections if I need to, or I say, okay, he likes that, I'm going to stay with it. That's so important when you're working in this emotional business. It's emotional. And so I respect that about him, and I really look forward to continue to grow that type of relationship.
Well, we have dialogue almost every day, if not every day, about our team and individuals and how we play and how the game plan was and how they worked and so forth. I have this rule for myself that I don't usually talk to the coaches after the game, and you can figure out why, especially if you lose the game. So I usually have
It's
the
very
meeting.
emotional, I said.
I usually have the meeting the next morning, and my style is straightforward. So I'm glad that it's well received with Torts. My approach is always that it's not the people that are arguing; it's the matters that need to be brought into the front that can sometimes argue and not be on the same page, but not the people. So that's why I bluntly spit out the truth, and hopefully it works. And sometimes we don't agree, but that's life. But I think that the relationship has been great. I like the emotion that John brings into the table and with the team. It is an emotional game, and you need to be a leader that brings everybody into the fight. I know he's passionate about hockey and his approach to coaching, which to me is an important quality in a coach. He's very prepared and hardworking, which are qualities that I respect. And he's also bluntly honest too. So I like that approach with the players, where he tells them exactly the way it is, and there's no gray area. So I think we're on the same page with that. I don't like gray areas. If somebody asks me if there's a chance that you could be on the team and I really don't think so, I'm going to tell them no, there's no chance. I'm not going to leave even one chance in a million chance there. I'm going to just tell them that there's no chance. Sorry. But that's the way I guess we're both a little bit the same way, but it's been good so far, and I expect this relationship to get better.
On that topic of honesty, Torts, you hear players say all the time, just tell me. Do you find that players have reacted positively to your style and Jarmo's style as well, which is be direct, be honest? It leaves no gray area, no question for where they stand.
I think they deserve that. If you're not, and everybody thinks when you're honest, it's always a negative. It's not always a negative. It's more often than none, it's positive. Players deserve to know where they stand in all different areas. What happened on that play, how you're practicing, your attitude. There's just a whole system of things that you go through in a daily conversation with your team as a coach. And I think it's very important as a coach not to be afraid to be honest, because if you're a little bit, you standoffish, I don't want to touch that subject today with that guy on a Monday, and then Tuesday comes around, there may be another subject coming up with that player on a Tuesday, and you forget about the one on Monday. Next thing you know, you have not done your job correctly to be honest with that guy. This is especially with the young team here, this is a process of developing not only players, but people too. We're teachers, just like a school teacher. They're doing it in a classroom, we're doing it in a setting in a locker room. And I fully, I'm 100% in my mind, that has to happen as far as interaction. And sometimes the players don't like hearing it, but I think at the end of the day, when they go home, at least they know where they stand. And this coaching staff will not let a player be confused as far as where he's at in all different situations as we go through a year, because I think they deserve that. To me, that is treating the player the proper way and not talking about him over there, but not saying it to them personally. So that will always happen here, and I think it speeds up the process as far as developing the player and the person.
Question from the audience for you, Jarmo. Has any consideration been given to just letting Bob sit the rest of the year, get that groin totally healed, and come back next season?
Well, Bob's a proud athlete. He wants to play, he wants to win, and he wants to help the team. I think that's what it comes down to, and he's anxious to get back. He's frustrated to be hurt, and he's working tremendously hard to get back into game form 100% and help the team again as much as he can. So it's up to Bob, really. That's his job, and he's a proud athlete, like I said, and he wants to get back. So as soon as he's cleared medically and by our training staff, and he feels that he's 100% to play, he will play again.
Judging by the reception you got at the game show, I'm guessing you guys are all right with that, right? I could tell Bob has not lost any favor in Columbus, Ohio, for sure. Last question is for you, Torts. You've been in Columbus now since October. How have you found the city? How have you found living here, even though you spend about half the time on the road, but nonetheless, this is home base right now.
Yeah, when we're not on the road, it's usually in the rink here, and my wife and I have just fallen in love with the area. We're living up in the Powell area. We absolutely love the area. The people that we have been in contact with, and again, we just haven't been out that much because it's just been so busy. In the season, it's so tough to get out in the city, but the people have been fantastic as far as when we're out there. And as we've gone through a process here of a team becoming better right now, but had some really tough days as we've played, and you could see our home record early in the year. I just want to thank you for how much support you have given us through some times that we have not played well. Okay, we have not played well at home. We have struggled for a good part of the early part of the season. I think we're finding our way now, but I just want to know, I thank you for staying with us. And the building's been fantastic through some tough times. I think we found our way a little bit at home. We're trying to create an identity at home. Haven't totally gotten there yet, but we will. And I think a lot of credit goes to you guys as far as hanging with us. I say it to you right now, stay with us. I know you're upset as we go through, and being upset's fine. That's part of you caring. Stay with us because we're on the right track here, and we're going to find our way, and we're going to get this building alive and to be where it's going to be, where you want it to be.
Do you jump when the cannon goes off? Do you still jump?
It scared the hell out of me the first time it went off.
Go ahead, Jim.
I still do, for sure. Once again, thank you very much. We've made some mistakes. That's part of our business. That's on me, no question about it. We make decisions. They're hard decisions. Hopefully the majority of them are right. Some of them aren't. Without question, I admit that. But I see a bright future for our club. The other night we played in a city. You can figure out which one it was. We lost in overtime. And the general manager of the other team was walking down with me, and he says, JD, you guys are going to have a really good hockey club. And when I heard it from him, it made me feel a little bit better because every once in a while you're always questioning yourself. You're wondering, then you catch yourself. And you say, damn, we're going in the right direction. I think of the young people we have here. I think of some of the veteran players that we have in place right now. We got a good thing going here. Do admit mistakes, no question about it, but that's the nature of this beast and this business. You just try to make as many good decisions as possible, continue to grow with it, stay with the plan, folks. We're going to do it. We're staying with the plan. That's just the way it is, and I'm not going to change that, and it's going to work for us. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, thank you. JD, Jarmo,
Thank you.
Torts. Friday night against the Oilers. Come see the Jackets and come see one of the best young players in hockey. Connor McDavid's the real deal, but we're going to beat him on Friday night. Thanks, everybody, for coming out, and thanks to you three.